Please come.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Please sit down. Please sit.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Apurva Sinha.
Okay, Mr. Purvas. 2 attempts.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to UPSC for the first time for personality test?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please sit relaxed.
Yes.
Okay, let your back touch the back of the chair. पीछे हो जाइए बेटा, थोड़ा आराम से बैठो. Body relax करिए. Let us start. Tell us about yourself.
Sir, I am Apurva Sinha. I was born in Patna. I've done my schooling from Bhopal and went on to do my graduation in History Honours from Miranda House, University of Delhi. Currently, I'm in my final semester of Masters in History from Center of Advanced Historical Studies, University of Delhi. My hobbies include playing Sudoku, watching Korean dramas, and swimming during summers for leisure and fitness.
Don't worry about the mic. Sit relaxed.
Okay, sir.
Bhopal,
Yes.
Madhya Pradesh. What is the total population of Madhya Pradesh?
Sorry, sir.
You don't know?
Bhopal, I am aware of.
Okay.
Madhya Pradesh. The census data.
You know what will be the tribal percentage or population of Madhya Pradesh?
Sir, about 21 to 22% of the
How many?
population.
Out of, you will not know because you don't know the total
Yes.
figure. Doesn't matter. History, of course, you are the history person. Tell me that normally we say that we learn lessons from history,
Yes, sir.
but India never learned any lesson for centuries. People kept on coming, invading us for centuries together. We should have learnt it after the first invasion.
So
Right?
I
So
think
that means the statement is wrong that we learn from history. I'm just saying this. What do you say?
yes, sir. Sir, it is a mixed bag. About learning from history, the people who faced the first invasion weren't there in the subsequent invasions, sir. But we have learned from history in the case of our colonial history, where
You're talking of much later now.
yes, sir.
That also was colonial. I'm talking of that period.
So
You're talking of now of the British of the last 1 century or 2 centuries at best.
yes, sir.
I'm talking the last so many centuries.
So in my
Right from
opinion,
Sultanate onwards, yeah.
yes, sir. In my opinion, sir, in some instances we have learned from history, and in some instances we have not.
That,
For example, for our architectural history and cultural knowledge and traditions have been passed on.
okay,
to
that's
generations.
you have the army background.
Yes, sir.
Tell us what defense items India is exporting and to how many countries of the world?
So BrahMos missile, I am aware of.
Is that the only one?
No, sir, that is not the
Then?
only one. Sir,
And to how many
LCA
countries?
Tejas, this India and Egypt were in the talks, and light advanced.
Talks, I'm saying exporting already. BrahMos we have sold to how many people, how many countries?
So the exact number I'll have to.
What
think
else?
about.
Anything else?
So light advanced helicopter. So I'll have to read about this.
Okay. Now tell me about women empowerment. Tell me 3 most important acts passed by the Parliament of India for empowerment of women.
So first is the Prevention of Domestic Violence Act 2005. Secondly, sir, the Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplaces Act 2013. Sir, and Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. So the amendment in 2021 and the original law of 1971, sir.
What is the hitch in having reservations for women?
So, despite 75 years of independence, women, although there is universal adult
Tell me the
franchise.
reason. You don't explain.
Yes, sir.
I am with you. I am saying what is the hitch in?
So the hitch is in patriarchal attitude, which believe that women are not generally supposed to be in the public
So
space.
no way out.
So there is a way out. We will definitely need more female political role models.
How many?
And-
So do we need another 75 years?
Pardon, sir?
Do we need another 75 years?
No, sir. We do not need. In my opinion, women should get reservation or representation in some form in the
We
parliament.
both are on the same page.
Yes,
You are
sir.
repeating that. It's okay. Tell me some schemes of the central government which are in favor of women, which have been implemented, announced. Can you tell me 4 or 5 schemes?
So, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, one scheme. Secondly, PM Matru Vandana Yojana, sorry sir.
What is that?
So that is for providing income support to pregnant women.
Okay.
So that.
Okay. What else?
So then there are the 1970s scheme ICDS Child Development
Okay.
scheme.
Last question. How many biodiversity hotspots are there in India?
Sir, 4 biodiversity hotspots, sir.
Which ones?
So the Western Ghats, Himalayan region, Andaman Nicobar region, and 4th, sir, I am
Thank
unable
you.
to.
Mr. Apurva, why do you watch Korean dramas?
So Korean dramas I watch because I find their content very relatable, and they help me live lives of various people across various professions. Sir, and secondly, it is very close and similar to Indian society as well, sir, but are more youth-centric, based on lives of people in their early 20s or in their career field, sir.
Which is the Korean drama that is trending now?
Sir, if I may take a few seconds to think, there are many Korean dramas that are trending, but sir, Gauss Electronics and The Glory is one Korean drama that I think of.
Okay. Can India win a two-front war?
Sir, India is in the stage of preparing, and in my opinion, it can win a two-front war. Sir, because India is preparing for integrated battle theatre commands in Ladakh sector, in Arunachal sector, as well as in the maritime domain also. It has also tied up in a military and geostrategic alliance in the form of Quad that offers a credible minimum deterrence in case of aggression from our neighbors. Thirdly, I feel the post of CDS that has been created will bring in synergy between the 3 forces of the Indian Armed Forces.
If China and India were to confront each other
Yes, sir.
in a land conflict, would any of our new allies come to our assistance?
Sir, in the present state of affairs, India, in my opinion, is capable of dealing with China on its own, and we do need moral support, but we do not really need physical or ally support to tackle on China. We can do so in many ways with economic sanctions and banning
Even
of apps.
Russia needs support.
Pardon, sir?
Even Russia, a country as powerful as Russia, fighting with a relatively smaller country, also needs support.
Sir.
You can't say that India would never need support. If the war extends, then we need support.
So support, in my opinion, would come in the form of moral support or through statements or diplomacy. So and
Do we need spare parts for Russian equipment? Russia itself is in need for spare parts, so that won't be forthcoming.
sorry, sir, my understanding on this is limited. I will have to read about this, sir.
And Russia and China have become friends. So in case of a confrontation, Russia may be reluctant to come to our help.
Sir, but Russia, being our time and tested ally, will definitely supply defense parts.
Now the equations have changed.
Yes, sir. The equations have slightly altered, but sir, both the countries will take into consideration their national interests. So if Russia backs China or doesn't act, then India might start supporting Ukraine, which will deter its own interests in the Eastern European sector, sir.
India might start supporting Ukraine.
In the terms of that, for example, France and Germany have asked for India to vote in the UN resolutions, and India is constantly abstaining. So if Russia tries to arm twist India with the help of China, India can also leverage its diplomatic
Nobody's
strength.
talking about Russia trying to arm twist India.
So in the hypothetical scenario that you asked, that in case Russia...
That is not the hypothetical situation, even I asked.
Sorry,
Anyway,
sir.
just analyze the union budget for us.
So the union budget goes on the pillars of Saptarishi, or 7 pillars. Broadly, I'll be able to put out the pillars. For example, infrastructure development, women, Nari Shakti, and there's schemes for tribal youth and prisoners. So it's a very inclusive budget.
Tell us something about the infrastructure component of the Saptarishi. Elaborate upon it.
Sir, I did read about it, but at the moment I am unable to recall, sir.
Okay, tell us something about the economic survey. How is the economic survey different from the budget?
So the economic survey deals with the direction and the projections, and not merely the budgetary allocations. That is the concern of the budget, sir. And it has projected that India is expected to grow for about 6.5% in the upcoming year, sir. And it has almost recovered from the negative setback to the economy from the COVID times. There has been various areas of emphasis in the economic survey, for example, the Nari Shakti, which could be seen in the Republic Day, and green economy, green growth.
According to the economy survey, what are the drivers of India's growth? It projects a growth of about between 6 to 7%, and if reforms are undertaken, then maybe 7 to 8%. Why does it say so? What are the positives on the Indian economy as projected by the economy survey?
So I will have to clarify this statement a bit, if that is allowed. Sir, ease of doing business has improved in India. India has...
Talk about the economic survey. Don't talk from memory.
No, sir. Sorry, sir. I will have to read about this.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Apurva, recently old pension scheme and new pension scheme have been in the news.
Yes, sir.
What do you understand by these two schemes?
So the old pension scheme was the scheme of pensions that existed in this country prior to 2005, and the new pension scheme was adopted in 2005 onwards. And earlier, the government was responsible, and from its own resources, it used to contribute towards the social security benefits for the government employees post their retirement. But in the new new pension scheme, part of the employees' own salary will be used and will be invested in a fund, and apart from that, government will also invest a certain basic percentage, and on the basis of that, the pension amount will be generated and given to the employees post-retirement. So,
what is the difference? Government says that rather than paying you after when you retire, we pay your pension every month. Now, so why the political parties are offering and people are feeling very happy about accepting the old pension scheme?
Sir, in the old pension scheme, the government had to draw up its own resources, sir. And in the new pension scheme, market investment is an important component where government's expenditure has reduced. So the old pension scheme was a win-win.
How would the government expenditure reduce? Like I told you, government is paying its contribution every month.
Yes, sir.
Rather than paying after 35 years, they are paying today itself. Every month you get the government share.
So from the employee's salary themselves, a certain amount is taken, sir.
Yeah.
So that is, sir, reduction of the employee's salary. Sorry, sir, I will have to read more on this, sir.
Because many new states where new elections have been held, the political parties are offering.
Yes, sir.
But benefits the government in this?
Sorry, sir, I will definitely read about this, sir, in depth, sir.
Okay. G20 countries, which are the G20 countries? Say in Asia?
So India, South Korea, Japan, Turkey, a few more, if I may take a few seconds to recall.
Oh, you take 2 seconds.
So Indonesia. So these are all I'm able to recall at the moment.
You know, you at least answer geographical, you know. Where should you, if you look at the map of Asia, where would you start?
So the
China?
Southeast Asia and China region, sir. Yes, sir.
If you start from the top, you start from China
Yes, sir.
or
China,
Turkey?
China, Japan, South
Turkey?
Korea. Yes, sir. Turkey.
Okay, which are the American continent countries?
So Canada, US, Brazil. Sir, I will have to brush up my current.
Well, this is
notes.
going to remain in the news
Yes, sir.
till your interview. Okay, let's go to our neighborhood. What do you know about Pakistan? Tell us about 10, 12 lines about Pakistan.
So India and Pakistan have shared a historical relationship. They were part of one civilization, but because of the partition, they became two. And but the relationship has
I am
since
asking you about
independence.
Pakistan. I didn't ask you about a relationship with Pakistan.
Okay, sir. So Pakistan has been more or less, we can say that it has been a hostile state to India because of the 4 wars that India has fought with Pakistan, and it funds terrorism.
When I ask you to describe, write an essay on some subject,
Yes, sir.
what do I expect? Write an essay on a call. How do you describe it?
Pardon, sir.
Write an essay on a call. How you describe a call?
Sir, I am unable to understand your question.
Cow is the animal. A cow.
Cow. Okay,
a cow.
sir. Sorry,
Cow
sir.
is the animal.
Yes, sir.
How would you describe a cow?
So cow is an animal. It's a mammal.
Yes.
It's a herbivore, and it.
It has 2 eyes, 2 ears, a mouth, 4 legs. So tell us something about Pakistan like that.
Sir, if any area.
But what
you
is the
would-
population of Pakistan?
Sir, I have to.
How many
read about
states
this.
it has?
So, if I'm able to name some, Sindh, Balochistan, Sindh, northwestern frontier, Punjab, these 3 states, 4 or
What-
5 states, sir.
What is the population?
Sorry, sir, I am unaware.
What is the GDP?
Sorry, sir, I am unaware of that.
Per capita income?
Sir, I will read about this definitely.
There are regular bomb blasts and firings in Pakistan by an organization called the TTP. What do you understand by TTP?
Sir, it stands for Tehreek-e-Taliban-e-Pakistan, and it is a non-state actor which is responsible for violent actions and frequent carrying out of extremist
Why you use
activities.
expression non-state actor? Do state actors also use violence?
Sir, it is alleged that ISI has, and in some cases India has proved that ISI has links, and they have planned a number of militant activities in our country, sir.
No, Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan is carrying out its activities only in Pakistan.
No, sir, its reach is in the bordering areas of India as well as in Afghanistan as well, sir.
Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan has no presence on the Indian borders. No.
Sir, I will have to read about this. Sorry, sir.
Okay, what is E20? Recently the Prime Minister celebrated the launch of E20.
Yes.
What
sir.
is it?
So E20 is 20% blending of ethanol in the fuel. And India had planned to achieve that target by 2025, but India achieved it in 2023, 2 years prior.
Would it affect the efficiencies of the car engines?
Sir, in my limited understanding, it will, but the scientific details, sir, I will have to read about.
And if
sir.
you start using ethanol for blending with petrol, wouldn't the sugar prices go up?
So for that, our government also has a number of schemes to manage and rationalize the price, and that way we can keep the prices at check, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Apurva Sinha.
Yes, sir.
You were talking about some of the non-state actors from Pakistan which are being used by the ISI to target India.
Yes, sir.
Can you name some of these non-state actors?
So, as far as I know, Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, these are certain terrorist organizations.
And who heads the Lashkar-e-Taiba?
Sir, I did read about it.
Can
I
you
am
tell me
unable to-
some of the terrorist attacks for which Lashkar-e-Taiba was responsible?
So, the 26/11 terrorist attack and the attack at Uri also, sir.
Now, the attack at Uri was blamed on another Pakistani outfit, the Jaish-e-Mohammed.
Jaish-e-Mohammed, sorry,
Who
sir.
heads the Jaish-e-Mohammed?
So, Hafiz Saeed.
Hafiz Saeed heads the Lashkar-e-Taiba.
Lashkar, sorry, sir.
So who heads the Jaish-e-Mohammed?
Sir, I will have to.
Okay, which organization carried out the Pulwama attack? That was the last of the big attacks. I mean, nothing on that scale happened after that.
Sir, I will have to read about this.
All right. Apart from terrorism from Pakistan, what other major security challenges are there for India?
So, from Pakistan itself?
No, apart from Pakistan.
Security challenges for India, sir, are manifold. For example, water security and insurgency in the northeast, sir.
Water security implies what?
So, water security from this is in my reference is with China, sir. With Brahmaputra River, it is building a number of dams, Jiegu, Dagu, these dams, and it can hamper a water flow in the northeast, sir.
Okay. Are you aware that an Indian delegation went to China and had talks yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Did you read about this?
Yes, sir, I have read.
And what were the decisions taken?
So there were no major outcomes, but both sides have had talks on disengagement and having commanders meetings in the coming months.
And this commanders meeting would be which in the series? First, second, third, fourth, 15th, 18th, 20th?
So 16th commander.
18th. This will be
18th.
the
I'm sorry,
18th.
sir.
So the disengagement still remains incomplete.
Yes, sir.
Incidentally, you also referred to the Ukraine-Russia war.
Yes, sir.
There was a telephone call made by Andrei Yermak, who heads the office of the Ukrainian president. He telephoned Mr. Ajit Doval, our national security advisor, yesterday. What was the subject of the talks?
So, just in a few days, a UN resolution will be taken up again on the Russia-Ukraine war. So, he called our national security advisor to ask for India's support and not to abstain.
What is the cause of the Russia-Ukraine war, or the causes?
So, the causes are many. First is NATO's expansion.
What is NATO? Full
So,
form?
NATO stands for North Atlantic Treaty
And
Organization.
where is it headquartered?
Sir, I will have
Who's
to.
the Secretary General?
Sir, I will have to read about
How
this.
many members are there in NATO?
Sir, 45.
40.
Sorry, sir, I will not comment on this, sir.
You also referred to the G20
Yes, sir.
during your discussion with our colleague. Now, what is the importance of the G20 working group meetings?
Sir, I am not aware about this.
You're not following the working group meetings? There are going to be 200 during India's presidency. So, what is the significance, the importance?
Sir, sorry, sir, I have to
Are
read
you-
about this, sir.
Are there any working group meetings taking this week?
Sir, I did partially read about working group meetings going on, but the purpose, sir, I will have to read, sir, about that.
No, but I'm asking you, are there any working group meetings taking place this week?
Sorry, sir, I.
Did any take place last week?
Sir, sorry, sir,
You
I'm
didn't
not.
follow. What is meant by the term G20 Troika?
Sorry, sir, I'm unaware.
All right. Do you follow India's relations with Nepal? Of course, you were born in Bihar,
Yes, sir.
and Nepal is the bordering state closest. So I'm sure you take an interest in India-Nepal relations.
Yes, sir.
Can you identify some of the main problems in the relationship?
So, Nepal's accusation of India being a big brother and because of its geographical size. Secondly, sir, the Treaty of Sagoli of 1816 is under dispute because of territorial claims in UK sector, as well as sir, treatment of the Madhesi population. The Madhesis feel discriminated. So these are the few issues that I can think
Is
of.
there a territorial issue also?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
So, in the Lipu Lake area of Uttarakhand, so the Lipu Lake Pass, there's a territorial dispute about the Kali River and its demarcation, sir.
Would the recent change of government in Nepal impact the relationship? Are you aware of the recent change? Who's the Prime Minister of Nepal?
Sorry, sir. I will have to.
You haven't followed.
Sorry, sir.
Okay. Who's the Prime Minister of Pakistan, by the way?
Sorry, sir.
You don't know that also?
Sir, I'm unable to recall. I have read
Who was
about
the
it.
army chief of Pakistan? These are things which, we come across all the time.
Yes, sir. I will definitely read about this, sir.
Who's our army chief?
Yes, sir. Our army chief is
Okay,
sir,
forget it.
sorry, sir.
General?
So CDS or
No,
army
no, no.
chief?
Army chief.
Sir, I did read in the morning, but
All
I'm
right.
unable
Thank
to
you.
recall. Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Apurva. Our discussion with you is over.